Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in this episode, what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Well, I seen some things before. I figured, I don't know. I wasn't even doing anything. I was like sitting down, but like watching YouTube videos. I actually was working on a meme, and then I planned on working on a video for my friend's little brother, and then this episode. And so I was like, yeah, I had quite a few things running through my mind at the time, but I felt like that it's cool now. But no, I was just reading some stuff about this Trump versus Iran situation. That's Trump versus Iran. I'm not a part of this fight. So World 3 starts. I'm like, yo, nope, I don't want to participate. It was like me and a coworker today was joking around with that. He was just like, he was handing me tips because I work at this cafe and stuff, and so he was handing me tips that we made in the, I think it was like maybe a couple of weeks or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he was like, he handed me the envelope and he was just like, you've been drafted. I was like, I fell out and died. Like, that's what I would have done. Or plead, yeah, I was just like, I plead insanity. That was my excuse. Cause I'm like, I'm not being drafted. I'm not joining no war, especially if it ain't even my fight. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I'll go crazy before people are all like, oh, you go to prison, I'm like, I'll take my chances. I'm probably going to see a lot of people that I know in there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, yeah, that's Trump versus Iran. Trump, he wants to start it. He's the one pressing the buttons, so he can do this. He presses, he has more technology and more skills than I have. He knows what he's doing. I don't. So, therefore, there's no reason for me to be drafted. So, anyways, I know people will be like, oh, well, what if you try? I don't want to train for it. I'd rather, okay, because like I said, I got fans in Iran for on YouTube and stuff, but I would rather, okay, befriend somebody in Iran, okay, and battle them in Call of Duty or any game of their preference of choosing. I don't care, but I'm not going to actually go to war. That is not me. That is not what I want to do, okay? But, yeah, Trump, man, that guy's crazy. That was like the tweet that he made, because I guess Iran had, like, they went and bombed some, like, U.S., like, military bases over there. And Trump, he said some old crazy stuff, like he was going to do something in the morning. And I'm like, bro, just, like, please just stop. So he said 3 hours ago, wait, who's following him? Yo, this is like people that I know that's following. I gotta unfollow some people. It's people that I know. Maybe they're just doing it just because, but no, I gotta unfollow some people. It's like, please don't be supporting this man. Don't follow him. Don't do none of that. Well, okay. Some of these guys I don't know about. So maybe they're not. Maybe they're not following him just because. So I don't need to unfollow this person. Okay. I was just seeing some people. I was just like, yo, I hope you all ain't supporting this man by following him and things. I wouldn't even give him that like thing. I like, nah, man. I'm just, nope. I ain't following him. But anyways, no, the tweet that he made was, I just straight up forgot all about that. I seen people following him, and I was just like, what is going on here? But anyways, he was like, all is well. Missiles launched from Iran at 2 military bases located in Iraq. Assessment of casualties and damages taking place now. So far, so good. We have the most powerful and unique military anywhere in the world. By far, I will be making a statement tomorrow morning. So he's making a statement tomorrow morning. Like, bro, man, this guy. Well, they said Iran was all like, our problem's not with him. And they told them guys to leave. Like, that's the thing, though. They told, Iran told them guys, like, leave. And then Trump is all like, no, they're not leaving and stuff. And then they over there ready to kill. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. Like, and they said, like, I think there was, like, in total, like, 30, like, U.S. soldiers or something was killed. And I'm like, yeah, that's, I don't understand Trump. Like, he'd rather put them guys, like, to sentence them to death than to, just, like, call this, like, war or I don't know. I don't know what he possibly can do. Like, he's obviously made those people upset, so at this point, like, I wouldn't necessarily say sacrifice himself, but I feel like that's the only option I can think of. But it shouldn't have to lead down to that. So I don't know. But hopefully something is worked out here soon. So no more of our troops will be getting killed for just dumb reasons and stuff. I mean, doesn't even make any sense why they're over there in the first place. Like, I know they're all like, oh, it's like to serve and protect, but I'm like, they're not serving or protecting if they're getting bombed and killed and things. Like, I'm like, that, I don't know who they possibly can serve and protect if they're dead, so I don't know. But anyway, so actually, no, besides that, what I wanted to talk about was how to deal with haters. I ain't got distracted by Trump and freaking Iran and soldiers getting killed. Like, this is crazy, man. It's like, it's just seems so unreal, but it's happening. Like, this stuff is really happening and things. So, anyways, but no, that's all I wanted to talk about was how to deal with haters, because I feel like I see that a lot, like, in the comment sections of, like, just, I don't know, like, accounts that I follow, like, more so, like, when I see it with music. And, you know, and an artist, they're coming out with, like, music and stuff, and they get, like, a lot of hate from it and things. You know, like, for prime example, well, Tekashi 6ix9ine, I say, like, rappers are hating on him and stuff. You know, you got YG coming out with diss tracks. What other artists are, like, saying stuff about him? You got, like, a lot of artists that's like, well, I don't know. YG was, like, the main one I seen and stuff, saying stuff about him and things. Like, performing, like, because I think he came out with a song, like, Stop Snitching or something like that. So, that, what else? I mean, YouTubers also. I'm not going to include myself. Like, I've talked about my fair share of haters and things. Like, I don't know. I might forget at some point in time in this episode and might bring it up, but I'm gonna try not to talk about my set of haters and stuff. But anyways, what else? Freaking, I feel like I gotta see some examples. I gotta see some examples and things because, okay, hold on. I'm like trying to scroll through YouTube, and I'm like, okay, if I don't find anything on YouTube, I'm gonna go on to well, then, okay, so talking about that, because there's times where I'm watching videos, and I'm like, I don't understand how this video can possibly have dislikes, but you'll see most likely every video on YouTube having dislikes. For no reason at all. Like, that's the stuff that I just don't understand. I'm like, it'll be videos of cats and dogs playing around and stuff. Like, not harming each other, not doing anything, just playing around. And you'll see people disliking this video. And I'm like, what can you possibly hate about that? See, that's what it's all like. If they say, oh, I don't like cats and dogs and stuff, I hate animals and things, then it's like I got a notification on my phone. I'm like, what are they talking about? But it's like, why would you sit and watch it? See, that's the stuff where I'm like, when a person sits down and watches something that they know they're going to hate, they know they don't like it, but you still go to it and stuff just to watch. I'm like, It's dumb. I know some people that can relate, but it's just dumb where it's like, why? Like me, I just don't have that time and energy. I seriously don't. Like I'm like, man, it's just when I see people like just acting like that, it's like I think there's this one reviewer, this video game reviewer, he big company, I'm not gonna mention any names, but he reviewed a video game. I'm gonna say the video game Death Stranding, but so he was reviewing the video game Death Stranding. I played that game. I'll admit, there is like a lot of like walking around and stuff, but it's fun. Like, it's one of those games where you can like sit down, relax, enjoy it, you know, come across some occasional crazy things, but it's overall a fun game. But watching that guy's video of him talking about the game, and this was before I think he even played the game, but watching that video was like, okay, well, now I'm curious because the way this guy is talking about it, he's making it out as like the worst game ever, like the worst game that he's played all year. And it's people like that where I'm like, man, like look, if there's a video game that I don't like, I'll do it for entertainment like purposes and stuff. Like if there's a game that I don't like, I'll play it, make like some rage videos on it, but then I'll say in the video like, this is the last time I'm playing this game. Like I'm not playing this game anymore. I hate it. But I make sure I let people know, and if I don't, I'm letting everyone know right now that it's my personal opinion about how I feel about something. But to involve crowds, to try to get other people to agree with me, that I'm like, that's their choice. That's not me forcing them. Like, no, that's their choice. If they agree with me on a video game being bad, a movie being bad, or music being bad, that's on them. Okay, but I will not, okay, I will not be involved or be the responsibility of someone else's hatred towards something, alright? So that's just one thing for sure. But it's just seeing people act like that. I'm like, why? Like, and then what else? Like, music, okay, getting back to music. I remember where, okay, well, I guess it's like their job, they're being set up for that, but I'm like, I don't know. Me, if it came down to it, I'm just like, oh, I'm not a big fan of this type of music and stuff, but I remember when I think it was Parents React, it was Parents and teenagers, I think, react to the musician XXXTentacion. Now, if you listen to his music, okay, like if you're a fan of that type of music, then you know you're a fan of it. But if you're not, okay, a lot of people aren't. But sitting down and watching those guys like talk bad about his music, thinking that somebody's going to listen to you and then try to figure out what type of music you like and then start liking that music. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're like pretty much trying to insinuate a crowd on just hating on this man. Like, you're saying everything that you possibly can say about him and things, and it's like, this man done worked hard on his music. That's the thing where I'm like, that's one thing that I always like seem to forget. Like, when I am like going off on a video game and stuff, like prime example, Madden 20 and things. Like when I was going off on that game, making all the videos I could about it and stuff, I had to sit down and think. There are some people that worked on that game. Me personally, I don't think they worked hard enough. All right, but my opinion, not everybody else. It's not a fact. It's, not written down on a book somewhere. I'm just saying, I don't think they worked hard enough on that game. When you have it where I'm playing that game and then glitches and crashes and all this other stuff starts happening with the game while I'm playing it, yeah, I'm going to have some, like, choice of words for it and stuff. But my opinion, all right, that's all I wanted to say about it and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, what was I originally saying? That's what I was trying to remember. I was trying to like, okay, maybe I could like talk about some things and remember what I was saying and stuff, and then like try to go along with it. But no, maybe it's because of my TV. My TV is distracting. I'm turning my TV off now. But anyways, what else can I possibly talk about? Was I talking? Oh yeah, with music, and then we know. Okay, so yeah, when like people and teenagers react. Like when they were talking about XXXTentacion. I was watching those videos, and it was like hearing what they have to say about like his music and things. And me, like, I've been working on music for like since I was 12. Since I was 12. I remember when I bought this my parents, my mom, she bought me a PSP. And so I think the year after, or maybe when did that game come out? Well, it wasn't a game, but it was a music program, but it was like in a video game form and stuff. I don't know what you would consider in things like y'all comment below. It was a music program, but for like a video game console and stuff. Moving on. So anyways, there's this program called Beaterator. And you just pretty much just make music. That program was fun. Like, seriously, I wish they would make that into, like, a PC software or something. Like, I was, making all of the music that I can possibly make on that program. If my PSP still works, and I can find a store that sells PSP games and they have that game, even if they don't, if they got that, like, on a store on the PSP, I will buy it. I will seriously buy that game and start back making music in there. That was honestly the one program I loved using when I was making music and stuff. But anyways, I bought that program parents, once again, they buy. I was a kid. I ain't had no job. So anyways, they was giving me lunch money. I was like, wasn't going to starve myself at lunch so I can buy myself video games and PSPs and things. But anyways, so even when back then when I was making music on that program and then all the way up until now, like making music today, I know how long it takes to make music. Like there's times where I was spending like full nights, like spending the whole night working on songs. There was times I remember there was the one time I stayed up till like 3 a.m. working on I think it was a remix to one of my songs. Yeah, it was a remix to one of my songs, and I remember I spent like a good like few hours. Like it can take a while making music, so that's why I'm like, I can't be that person where I criticize another person's music and be like, oh, this is terrible, this is horrible, and things. Like I don't know. Like I guess I could, but at the same time, like I said, it's my personal opinion. If you guys want my opinion on some music, if I start cracking jokes about it, I have nothing but like negative things to say about it. I want y'all to know it's my personal opinion, okay? Like, I'm not spitting facts or anything. So, and even if I do say that I'm spitting facts, I'm not, okay? I'm just saying that at the heat of the moment and stuff. But no, there's times where I spent like hours, days, like I spent time working on music. Like I said, I've been working on music since I was 12. So like 10 plus years I've been working on music and things. And I just to listen to X's music, to listen to XXXTentacion's music, and to criticize it. Like, maybe I should use like a different musician, because this is a musician that I am a fan of. So it'd probably just be all like their word against like mine, and their word against whatever the saying goes. I don't know. But anyways, Taylor Swift. Okay, so let's say Taylor Swift. That's an artist where do I have a song? I don't think they ever added that song to... No, actually, I think I do have a Taylor Swift song. But it's like songs where it's like I've either heard it in a movie trailer and I was just like, oh, that guy got like a dope sound to it. I think there was the one song she did with Kendrick Lamar. I thought that song was okay. But anyways, so Taylor Swift. I know people, they be getting on her about her music, and I know Kanye fans. I feel like Kanye, like, straight up, not fans, stans. I should say Kanye stans. Kanye stans... okay, that has been with Kanye since the beginning, and remember his incident with Taylor Swift when he stormed the stage and was like, Beyonce had the greatest like music video or album, whatever he said, of all times and things. Like, I know people was probably like just going off on Taylor Swift, like, oh, like how dare she be up there, well, Kanye's presence and stuff. Like, I know there probably had to have been somebody out there, but at the same time, like, you had to admit, you had to feel sorry for that girl. But anyways, back to her music. Now, I don't listen to her music on a regular. There are songs of hers that was blowing up. I remember there was, during the time when Vine had came out, and there was a song of hers that was blowing up. And I'm like, me, personally, my opinion, don't really care for the song, okay? Don't care for it at all. But would that turn me into a hater? No. No, like that's like if I hear that one song and I don't like it, I'm like, oh, okay, I just don't like that song. But that's not gonna stop me if I do hear another song from her. I'm not gonna say like I don't like her as a person. It's just that one song that I'm like I don't really care for. Even XXXTentacion, there's music that he's came out with, and I'm like, I don't really, not to sound rude, rest in peace to that man, but that's just a particular song that I'm like I don't really care for. Maybe I just need to sit down and listen to it, and that's probably the same with Taylor Swift. Maybe I just need to sit down and listen to her music, see what she's singing about and stuff. But overall, I'm like, as of right now, I'm not a big fan of her music and things. But the question is, it's like, why should I hate her? Because I'm not a big fan of her music. Because I feel like people, they just like, there's two options. You're either a fan of this person or you hate this person. There isn't no in between. There isn't no ignoring them. There isn't no, oh, I just have to find another person that I actually like, that I can actually sit down and listen to their music. No, when somebody brings up Taylor Swift in a conversation, I have to say that I hate her. Because I can't say that I like her. Why does it have to be like that? Like, why does it have to be where it's like people say, like, they hate a person's music? Like, no. Look, Taylor Swift, like, like I said, don't care for her music. But that girl has put in some, like, time and work. Like, she's made millions. I like that stuff where it's like, I can say that I don't like her music, and I can say everything that I possibly could say about her music. Let's say that if I was a hater of hers. But I cannot ignore the fact that she has made money. Okay, millions of fans. Like this girl, how many Spotify? I need to check and see. I need to see how many like Spotify monthly listeners she's done received. How many have I received? 15 monthly listeners. I'm cool with that. 40 million. Okay, 40 million monthly listeners. And the last song she released was last month. It was Christmas Tree Farm. She's released it. Did she release an album this year? She sure did release it. Oh, I think this is like her older album. Wait, does she have that song with Kendrick Lamar? It's like Bad Blood or something like that. Oh, no, she did a song. Oh, yeah, she did do a song with Future. That's so weird. Taylor Swift and Future. Like, and I listen to a lot of Future and stuff. She does not have that song with Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, then what is the reason? You done came out with a music video and all this stuff, and then even, now I got beef with Taylor. Nah, I'm joking. But anyways, cause now, excuse me, I don't want no Taylor Swift, stans coming in and attacking me and things with acoustic guitars talking about you're going to say you love Taylor Swift, otherwise you're going to die right here in the middle of the streets of Seattle and stuff. And I'm being attacked. Like that's something where I'm like, that's one thing where it's like where fans of a person has to hate everything besides that person. And I don't know, I'm not going to say that everybody is like that, but I feel like them like crazy, demonic, like fans where they should be put in a straitjacket and maybe should have take some meds because Taylor Swift then got to their mind. Like those type of fans where it's like no other artist. Like I had to say like Beyonce and her fans. I feel like because what I think I don't even, did I talk about the Beyonce fans in the last? Because I remember I did an episode talking about crazy fans, and I think I didn't get a chance to talk about Beyonce, psycho fans. Yeah, I don't know if I ever talked about her or not. But anyways, if I didn't, so Beyonce and her fans, if you guys sit down and, okay, so I had to say the most recent time when Beyonce's fans was like hating on somebody or like going off on a person and things, like just full on was going psychotic on them and stuff. It was, and I'm like, that's the thing where it's like, you don't know this girl, you don't know who she is, you don't know what she's been through. So for you guys to just all of a sudden hate her because Beyonce hates her, see, it's that type of stuff where I'm like, I don't even want that power to where I can control hate. Like, I don't want that power at all. So that's why I'm like, when I seen, okay, so it was Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the owner of, I think, the Golden State Warriors, his wife, they were all three sitting there, and the Golden State Warriors owner's wife was sitting on the other side, Beyonce, and then Jay-Z was sitting on the other side, Beyonce. So Beyonce is in the middle of those two, and they're like Jay-Z and the Golden State Warriors owner's wife was having a conversation, and so somebody, don't know who, but somebody had captured the moment when Beyonce's like face was just in pure disgust. Like she looked disgusted, like she was angry. And believe it or not, Beyonce's fans, aka the Beehive, was threatening this woman, was sending her death threats. That's why I'm like, if I have that power, I would seriously disappear. I would go off on my fans. No. And then another incident, and that's where I'm like, I don't even know where, it was just so random. But so the musician, that's a musician where I'm like, I had to like use him kind of as an example of like hatred and stuff, because this was a musician where I was like, I did hate his music, but I was like, I listened to it and I was just like, wow. And so I think that was like kind of going back to the whole Taylor Swift part that I was talking about and stuff. But anyway, so Tyler the Creator think he was doing like some tour or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, there was one of the nights where he was just like, oh, it's going to be a special guest, like an appearance from an artist that you guys are going to love and stuff. And so everybody was thinking that it was going to be Tyler the Creator, one of his friends, Frank Ocean. So they were thinking that, telling everybody it was going to be him. And the musician Drake, which is not a bad musician. Like, I don't know. People can get on Drake about stuff, but I'm like, yo, that man, I still got his music on my phone. So regardless of what y'all say, I don't care. But anyway, so Drake he came out and he performed. Believe it or not, and that had to be the most disrespectful thing that fans can possibly do to a person. And then just awkward for Tyler the Creator. But Tyler the Creator's fans was booing Drake. Why? I don't know. But that was like hatred that you can't even explain. Like, what was the reason? And Tyler the Creator, he straight up let his fans have it. Like, he said, I'm disgusted with y'all. Like, why would you guys treat somebody like that? Knowing if that was them up there, they would be so sad, distraught. Like, that's something that they wouldn't want to happen to them. And that's where it's like, you guys sit down and like ask a hater, like, how would you feel if somebody was doing this to you? And I'm like, that to me, I'm like, that's just such a serious question that needs to be answered. Like, that's what I'm like, people like, cause I almost came close to like mentioning myself. I almost came close to like mentioning myself, my hater problem and all that stuff. But for an example, let's say there is somebody out there that was a YouTuber, okay? Musician, I don't care. Yeah, whatever, okay? But this person's getting hate, and then they ask that person, like, why are you hating on me? How would that feel if somebody was doing that to you? They never answer that question. They never answer that question. They always try to avoid that question with some corny internet joke, with something that doesn't even make any sense, like not overall answering the question on how would they feel if that was happening towards them. So I feel like, if how do you deal with hate, ask them questions that they can't answer. And of course, they're going to most likely keep coming back because I almost did it. But back to that example that I was last talking about. Actually, no, that's what I wanted to talk about, because I did say I was going to talk about like a musician that I was hating on. So actually, no, I'm going to talk about a musician and a YouTuber that I was hating on. So at the prime of my, like, at the, high school and all that stuff. So Tyler the Creator and Ray William Johnson. Those are the two guys I was like, I don't even know why I was hating on them, especially Ray William Johnson, when I was like following in the same footsteps as him. Like, I was a content creator on YouTube. So for me to hate on this man and what he's doing, I was just like, I never understood that. But yeah, I was hating on his videos. He uploaded these videos that was, to me, like some of the best videos ever. And I'm like, I kind of feel like sad now that I don't get to see those videos and things. But he had these videos called Equal 3, and he would review these videos, crack these jokes, and the videos was funny. I was always watching those videos, always. But originally, I was hating on Ray William Johnson. And I was uploading now deleted videos of me just like full on ranting about why I hate Ray William Johnson. Seriously, I was like, I didn't even understand why I was doing that. And so, yeah, I was like, eventually I stopped. I remember I started watching his videos and stuff. And then I think I might have sent out a tweet like saying like, oh, I think I was like, I like his videos or something like that. No joke. And I don't know if he still is. Let me see real quick. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I got some good news. I'm not going to discuss it, but anyways, now I want to write a tweet. I want to look up a person. Dang it. He unfollowed a lot of people. Yeah, I should have expected that. Well, no, Jenna, what's that girl's name? Yep, there she goes. Jenna Marble, she still follows me. But at one point in time, Ray William Johnson, he followed me, but he was following like hundreds of thousands of people and stuff. So, wait a minute, they say his account's not even ran by him? He says in his bio, this Twitter account is not actually run by Ray himself. Then what's the reason? I wouldn't even want to have a freaking Twitter account. Was I saying Instagram? I don't even know. But anyways, no, I'm like, I gotta have the account ran by me. But anyways, but no, he at one point was following me on Twitter, and I was like, wow. So I was like, that's pretty dope. Like, now I can say that Ray William Johnson, he unfollowed me on Twitter. Like, he actually went to my, well, yeah, he probably went to my profile and things and clicked the unfollow button and confirmed. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool with living with that street cred. But anyways, and then Tyler, the Creator, I remember he was blowing up. And I think he was like winning an MTV award. And I was just like, oh, let me listen to his music. And I think I listened to his song Yonkers. And I was like, this had to have been the darkest song I ain't like ever listened to. What is this? I'm like, nah, man. And then I think I listened to some more of his music, and I'm like, I am not a fan. And I was actually hating on him. It was like, I remember it was one of my friends. He was like always like joking around and like messing with me and things on like me hating Tyler the Creator and stuff, and would call me Tyler the Creator because my name being Tyler. And I know, like, it's so weird, people being named Tyler and things. But anyways, no, it was like he would do that. And I was just like, no, I'm never going to listen to his music. Like, I'm never going to like it and anything. And so Tyler, the Creator, came out with this album called Igor. And to me, that had to have been one of the best albums I had listened to last year. Like, not playing with you guys, like, being dead serious. That was one of the greatest albums I had listened to last year. And there's songs off of that album that I listened to, and I'm like, it's just such great music. And then to find out that he was fully behind that whole album. Like, he produced the songs. He, like, of course, gonna write the lyrics, performed the songs. And I think there's, like, he was trying to pass it off from what I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not. He was trying to pass it off on Beyonce, but I'm like, no. That album is perfect. Like, no, that's definitely, I would give him a 10 out of 10. And that's, like, speaking from a person that was hating on him years ago. So it's like, now that this person has grown and developed and evolved, and now I'm, like, am able to say that, like, I actually feel good about myself. Like, to actually, like, say that I don't dislike this person anymore. Like, I can't say that I don't hate him and things. Like, that's good. I feel happy. So I feel like, I mean, I guess that's like how a hater can honestly like help themselves is like, just wait, be patient. Like, you're saying that you hate this person now, but then it's just going to take that one song, that one movie, that one YouTube video, that one whatever you're hating on. Okay, whatever it is. And even like what I was talking about at the beginning, Donald Trump. Now, I can't say that I hate that man. I can say that he's in a position that he shouldn't be in, you know, and I don't necessarily agree with some of the things that he does, but I can't say that I hate him. I can't say it. Now, I know everybody in the world, they're going to be all like, oh, you, like, I don't know. I feel like that's going to be, like, trickling right down to the people where it's all like, oh, well, then you love Donald Trump. Nope, I don't love him either. I never said that I did love him. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. It's just, I'm that person that's in between. And I hope that there's other people that will join me on this journey of being in between, okay? And just live a, like, stress-free life. Like, I feel like if you love a person too much, that's doing too much. If you hate a person too much, that's doing too much. Like, you just gotta be in between and just be like, oh, I don't love them, I don't hate them. They're just there. Like, I mean, if you love a person, cool. If you hate a person, just be better. Be better than that. Be better than hating on the person and things. So, yeah. That's what I have to say about how to deal with hate. That's honestly all the stuff I had to really say. I feel like it's a pretty good episode. I like what I overall said in this episode. I feel like it was very moving, very motivating and stuff. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. So, that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.